so hard, man, I should be rocking tap out. But I'm time for a down, I'm stand out. Grab a mag, tap it in, I'm finna clap out. 300 black out, blow your fucking back out. I ain't never seen XP in their life. 1-5 guns, spin it all on the ride. Only fit 2, but they all got a size. Then I bit the curve, I got smoke in my eye. Hit that gas, so don't tease them. Get my money fast, so don't keep it. 100,000 thrown, this shit's easy.
We live, baby.
Back and I'm better, man.
Episode.
I guess we're back. 100.
I mean, do you think other podcasts actually keep like count and like know how many like they've done?
Like as they're recording it, or
yeah, like how many recordings they've done? Like,
I think what I think is like well-established ones that we probably watch. They are like so far. They're probably like a month ahead of what we actually see. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just getting so far, 'cause especially when all the ads and all the revenue that they're dealing with just from a fucking podcast. It's probably just like a lot more well put together, or I guess further ahead, better plan, you know.
especially we get.
But
the level,
I don't know, man. I got to talk to my assistant.
And that's one thing too. Like, especially the one thing I was noticing, which that's why I was talking about it. But when they had they was doing the ads and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
At least they had that opportunity to take a second. You know what I mean? And,
Dude, yeah, I mean,
you know what
but
I mean?
just think about how much easier it would be if you had somebody that basically handled and scheduled all that shit.
Mm-hmm. It makes it like so much easier.
Like you got nothing.
Was it the publicist? Or
Yeah,
like that?
yeah. So
Like that's awesome.
I mean that's cool. You know.
That's a whole different sector of where you be getting your shit out and being able to be seen more and stuff like that. So that's why I say like with the like I'm gonna do the face mask. That'd be dope to go ahead and have those, especially. I mean, we got the hats, but we get a face mask, and everybody. That's something that everybody's gonna always see you with all the time. You know what I mean? Whereas you wear a shirt once, or not a
once
hat
every
all
couple
the time.
days or something.
A hat you don't wear every day or anything like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, well, I mean, we should check out like other like manufacturers and shit like that, But I mean, that's one thing that people don't realize. The whole clothing process is such a fucking like process, dude. Like the sampling, and just getting the material down to what you actually want, and
Especially
then
some things can't even have like certain embroideries or things like that, because it's like
certain fabrics like hold certain, It's just it's crazy, man. Yeah, I got hit by a semi yesterday.
Oh yeah, are you good?
Yeah.
How's your
I'm good, man.
How's your ego? You good?
I mean, they're
decent.
ego.
Did he take it a little bit from you?
Nah, I mean, I'm not dealing with that hillbilly motherfucker. I told you that. I don't like. Honestly, dude, I don't really. Yeah, that shit's so. Yeah, I couldn't believe it, Cause I'm like, we're driving together, and then all of a sudden we don't have to merge, but we will merge here soon. And all of a sudden you just want to fucking like yank your shit over into another lane, like, and it's just so extra, man. It just didn't even have to be done.
Yeah, it's like, why did you even do that when it wasn't even warranted? I honestly, I be thinking about that with drivers too. I mean, you already didn't see me drive, and I have a little road rage.
Mm-hmm.
But that's only because they don't. I feel like a lot of drivers don't pay attention to the road for the most part, and also they don't try to what's the word for it? Be considerate of others. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
people always get on the road and it's them against the road in a sense. But, you know, those other people are what's keeping you alive at certain standpoints. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, if you get that person that does break a little bit short or what have you, like, you know, they probably done, you know, helped you to break, you know, further down the line so that you're not running 80 into somebody else, or when you try to change that lane. And that's one thing I see a lot is people, like, say if I'm in the right lane and I'm just pulling up, but I'm about to turn, like, pull my turn signal and go over. You see, all of a sudden, when I'm about to go over, all I see is a car zooming up from that side. It's like, god damn, like, I even had my turning signal on, your ass still zoomed up. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, any other person would have just put it on and then went over. So if I'm over, like, how many accidents would I've been in and some shit, like, you know what I mean?
Right,
like, y'all
right.
just wanting to zoom up, or it's even worse on the right side, especially because that's more of a blind side for you. It's like they'll do that, and it's like, okay, well, I got my turn signal on. Why the fuck are you gonna zoom up like that? And then when I do, like, say you're starting to zoom up and I do get over, then you're pissed off that I cut you off. But at the end of the day, like, I already have my fucking turn signal on. Or like those, especially like, you'll get a car, like I had this yesterday. You got a car, like, I was in one lane and I was about to get over, but like, there was another car I can see zooming up. And then another car jumped behind him, and then the car that was behind me ended up jumping behind him. So I'm just sitting there with my turning signal on for all of this, and I put it on even before they even came up. So it's like, you know, if I would have did that, like, what would have changed? You know what I mean? Like, if I would have just, you know, just said fuck it and pulled out and got smacked from the side.
Say you're at like an intersection or something, and or say you're like in traffic. There's a stoplight, and then somebody's trying to pull out in front of you, but like everybody's dead stopped anyway, so nobody's going anywhere. What do you do? Are you the guy that pulls forward and like cuts them off, or do you just like kind of wave and just like let them go? Which guy are you?
Say the scenario again.
So you're at like you're in traffic, so there's probably like at least 2-3 lanes. It's like all packed, but before you pull up, there's like a little gap. Say there's a gas station and somebody's trying to pull out.
Now it just depends.
Are you that guy that pulls forward and just like stops right in fucking front of him, or are you that guy that just like lets him go?
It depends. Honestly, it depends. It depends on the situation, because like, you just got some that, like, I feel like there's just some people that, like, I just look over and I be wanting to let them over, and then they see me and they just stay there, and I'm pulling the fuck up. Like, you can stay your ass right there. Now I'm gonna try to wave you through, just so, because if we're already at a stop and you got this much room and it's one car, like, what is gonna change that I'm still in the same spot that I am and I've let you in? Like, it doesn't change anything. So it's like, in that instance, yeah. But if the light,
no, it does change, because if you pull forward, then the next person is going to pull forward, because now that person no longer has that space to even get out. So that next it doesn't matter what the next person.
Yeah, because it's all on you.
It's on you.
It's on me. Yeah. And so that's what
so
I'm
it does
saying.
matter.
Well, I'm saying, as far as what I was saying at first, as far as like me, just like letting them out. But like,
Okay.
It does matter in the sense of like that decision making. But a lot of times too, when you have like, say if you do pull up, most people are trying to turn out right. You know what I mean? And rather than turn out left.
But then there's always the one. You know,
yeah, you always have that one to where it's like it's 5 cars and then they're the
there's
first one.
There's 10 lanes and they want to get all the way over to that, and they want to turn left on top of that.
Then he busts a Yui. Like, what the fuck is your problem, bro? Like, you could have went to the other. You could have went out the other exit and made a left and just went to the light and just turned.
Another question. Are you the guy that, like, say you're in the position that what's that noise? Say you're in the position of the gas station, like you're trying to pull out. You're that guy trying to pull out, rather, and so you go. Somebody kind of waves you along. Now, are you the guy that like waves and pulls out, or do you just like kind of just no acknowledgement and just keep it pushing?
I mean, if somebody lets me out, I acknowledge. Like, I give them that wave, because at the end of the day, they didn't have to. You know what I mean? So in both situations, I'm on the other end, and I'm like, I'm gonna wave your ass through. But if you don't fucking go, I'm gonna pull up. Like,
I don't know, man. I just feel like this is inconsistent. You know, it's
But-
all like situational.
it's all situational, and because like you just.
But I don't think it's situational.
I think it's situational because sometimes I'm not. No, fuck that. Because at the end of the day, like, I'm a try to be that good Samaritan. But then it's just come down to where, like, you know, you just got assholes out here, and I'm just be like, okay, well, cool, I'm gonna pull my fucking ass up. Especially like you looking directly at me, and I'm waving for you to go, and then you like just sitting there looking. Okay, cool, you don't want to fucking go, so I'm gonna pull up. Now, if it's this, like most people, I wave through, they fucking come through. Like, okay, cool, parking spot, bam, you can park right there, we good. Anything of that nature. But it's like, am I supposed to just sit outside of that just because that is an opening and whoever wants to come out of there is supposed to, I'm supposed to just give them that right away?
Right.
Hell no.
I don't know where I was going with this, but I was just there was just questions that came to mind. But when like I feel like when somebody stops and like they're kind of like passing you along, I feel like that last little wave, it's just kind of just. I personally don't like to do that.
Well, so
because
if they letting you out, you don't like to do the wave.
Yeah,
That's what you're saying.
Because I feel like it should be just like, to me it's just common sense. Like, let's be good. Let's all be good people. I don't need to validate
sense
this
is not
person's
common to
actions.
everyone.
But this is it. But this is you know Nellyville. Like that's where we all should be. You know what I'm saying?
But
I don't think that I need to validate that person who just let me out. That yes, that's a nice thing that they did, but I don't need to weigh that way. It just kind of kills me when people do that shit. You know?
I see
Like-
what you're saying.
like,
but,
it's
but you
just
gotta
unnecessary.
but it's also on the other end, they don't have to do it for you. You know what I mean? You could still be sitting there for.
But they
20
didn't
minutes
have
of
they didn't
traffic.
have to, and you're right. But they should. Because they might be on their way to another gas station, and they might get put in the same situation 5-10 minutes later, and then be bitching that nobody's you know what I'm saying. So I think like just pay it forward. You know, that's kind of how I
I can definitely see that. And honestly, that's one thing too, like holding the door. Just, you know, pay it forward. Shit. At the end of the day, like, and regardless of who you are, regardless if you're woman, male.
I don't know, man. I think
anything. I feel like you should still be able to hold the door for the next person.
Yeah.
Especially if there's somebody behind you. Like, if you open the door and just let the motherfucker close, regardless of what gender you are, like, that's the asshole move. And you halfway.
Exactly.
If you're walking out next time, I'm gonna push that shit in your face.
right. So I mean, that's kind of the point that I'm at. You know, like it's kind of getting to the point now. If it's a girl, like I'm not even gonna. Well, I'm gonna be like, what door?
What door?
You know what I'm saying? You guys want equal rights and equal pay and all this shit, but you don't want to do nothing for it. You know what I'm saying?
And that's a whole different conversation.
Yeah, I mean that had nothing to
That's-
do with
that's-
the
that's
door
def-
holding, but
that's-
it, like
that's poking a
just-
sleeping bear.
Yeah. You know, it's in hibernation right now, but you know, I'm just saying, you know, everything
shit.
comes full circle. Just don't piss me off, man.
We just lost 6 listeners.
Yeah.
They're like, fuck
Yeah,
that.
that doesn't even correlate, but fuck it, you know. No,
Yeah,
but honestly, I mean, there's been times that like a girl will just like drop the door, you know, on me or something, and it's just like, yo, imagine if I did that to you. Like your whole day be fucked up.
Yeah, they be so pissed off at that point.
Yeah,
It's like,
and then it's like, oh, chivalry, yeah.
yeah, chivalry. Like, I seen this thing that said, it was a meme, when it basically said chivalry died when women start calling it thirst.
Ooh, what you think about that?
I think it's true.
You think it's true?
And I think it's true in the aspect because so many, everything that you would do afterwards, after that, was like, oh, damn, you being thirsty. Ooh, you being thirsty. But how am I being thirsty by being the gentleman? You know what I mean? Like,
Well, what's a gentleman? We gotta define some things before we dive any deeper.
I guess
He
we
said,
can,
"Oh
because,
shit."
Because like, I mean, I feel like a gentleman is like just somebody that like just paying it forward in a sense. Like I feel like that's just being a gentleman. And so it's just like, okay, you're looking out for, you know, not only yourself but the next person. Like,
But that the next person may call that thirst, you know. Holding that door open may be kind of offensive, you know. Like this girl may be like, "Oh, I can hold my own door," you know.
But see, that's the problem now, though. It's like
so you're saying women's the problem, yeah?
No, that's the I'm not saying women is the problem.
Oh, I
but
thought you said. I thought
because
that's what
I
you
feel
were
like
saying.
because I feel like that it goes both ways. Because I feel like there's some asshole dudes out here, and I feel like, you know, they're just like those women. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess they some simps. So, but anyways.
Hey man, what's the
Beta males they be talking about?
beta males and female tendencies, you know.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck? What's a beta male? Just like a girl? Is that what that is?
Just I guess it's
I never really understood the concept.
Basically like a simp in a sense, like just I don't know. Opposite of an alpha male, I guess.
Yeah. You was kind of smiling. I feel like you want to say something more. Where you going, man? You leaving? Well, it fucking smells like barbecue all of a sudden. You smell that? Or it smells like fire. Yeah, I don't know, man, but I mean, Ron, if you're gonna say that, you know, like women are the problem, then yeah, you know, I mean, I kind of swore that's what you were saying, but it's all
because the reason why I can't say women is the problem because I mean, like I just said, there's so many beta males out there that they're women too.
So you think they should have like a sex change? Is that what you're saying?
I don't think they should be Caitlyn, but
So is there something wrong with Caitlyn?
No, there's nothing wrong with Caitlyn, but I just think that shouldn't cut the shit off.
You think Caitlyn was doing acid, kind of like what we were talking about before?
Probably.
What the fuck? What was even his name before that? I can't even remember before Bruce. Jesus, I was like trying to think. I was trying to think of the C, like his name that started with a C, and I'm like, I'm just drawing a blank.
Bruce.
So it wasn't even a C.
His name was Bruce. How the fuck you come up with Caitlyn? That's a good question.
Do you think? I feel like he might have been on acid, and he might have cut his dick off.
And been Wu-Tang?
He might be the member of Wu-Tang that cut his dick off.
But it's weird though
went
because
to Bruce, then was like, "Oh, I'm Caitlyn."
So do you think he called himself Caitlyn because of his wife name is Chris?
Whoa. Yeah, maybe Chris and Caitlyn.
Yeah.
That sounds better than Bruce and Caitlyn. It does a little bit.
Yeah. It has to do with Special K.
Okay, Chris.
both
But it sounds
K.
like that because Chris is a male-dominated name.
Yeah. But then,
Is her name Christine?
No, it's Chris.
Wow.
So
it's her name Christopher, and she started out as.
And hold on, that's what I was gonna. That's some kind of what I was gonna say too. To where it's like, if they show up as a couple and they're like Chris and Caitlyn, are they gonna call her Caitlyn and then him Chris? Or is they?
I think Chris is now the her, or I mean the him. Chris is now the him.
They're not even married anymore, I don't think, or something like that. Because I think she was dating some black dude, the mom or something like that.
Whoa.
But the thing about it is, it's like.
You think she did acid, and cut her shit off, maybe?
But see, I don't think so. I think he probably did, because the thing about it is, actually, I think this is what happened. They did acid together, so they both did
with the Wu-Tang.
And then he got the idea of chopping it off from the Wu-Tang, and Chris.
And they're all like,
cream,
cream,
and then they were just like chop chop. And so then she was just like, "Oh, fuck it," because you know that I think you know this, but she
where this is going, I don't know if I know this. You know,
she knew about him being like that
Oh,
before they
like
even got fucking married.
flippy
Like,
floppy.
Yeah, before they even got married or some shit.
Huh?
So it's like you already knew what the fuck you were getting yourself into, and then like you already know that.
Do you think she
and
had
then-
a plan,
But
like-
hold on, he come into a family that has all girls, so now you're not even around testosterone at all.
Mm-hmm. Well, they got the brother. The brother.
You ain't around the testosterone at all.
We just not gonna acknowledge, brother. I get it. That's cool. That's cool. Dude, what blows my mind is like, so say Caitlyn dies, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we might have talked about this before, you know. Say Caitlyn dies. Like childhood friends share stories at the funeral, you know. When those stories happen, like, how is Caitlyn talked? Like, what is Caitlyn in these childhood stories? You know, does Bruce no longer exist?
No, it'd be like Kobe's career. It'd be a 2-part series.
So since it's a 2-part series, is there 2 separate funerals then?
Hell yeah! He got to be dressed up differently in each one.
Now take it further. Is there really 3 funerals? Because there's Bruce, and then Bruce dies, and then Kate. So there's 4 funerals.
So each
Because
one has-
Bruce dies. Bruce is already dead.
yeah, he already
So they actually might already had the funeral.
yeah. So technically, yeah, I can see that.
But so Bruce dies. Caitlyn is reborn. But now Caitlyn is gonna die.
So yeah, it's 3. So it'd be 3 funerals.
I feel like it might be 4 though.
Maybe I think it'd be 3
Because it's the death of Bruce.
But Caitlyn dies and then.
But
Caitlyn
Bruce
dies
wasn't
again.
reborn, huh?
He
So
was
so
reborn.
I guess it would be 3.
Dang.
Ain't that crazy?
So
That's an expensive funeral.
So also, do you have them at different times? Like you have, Caitlin's at, on Tuesday, and then you have, Bruce's on like a Saturday or something.
Yeah, I
Because-
mean,
and the
you
reason
know,
why I say that is because it's going to be 2 different
dynamics of people.
people that's going to show up. Yeah.
And some people, you know, I like now you got me kind of thinking about the Dave Chappelle stand up and the car situation, you know. Got the G's, the B's, the Q's, the T's,
Please
and
elaborate more.
and the L's. You know what I'm saying?
And
And we got all of these in one car.
talking about all the lettering.
Yeah. We got all these in one car trying to get to the same place, but not everybody likes each other. Oh, for sure. And shout out to C Money. Yeah, I kind of just lost my train of thought, but no idea where that was going or where this is even going, you know. But that's the beauty of it, ain't it? You know.
Yeah, that's definitely the beauty of it.
Yeah, but you know, like, I guess another question is like, would you go to Caitlyn's funeral?
Why would I be going to Caitlin's funeral? The fuck
I don't know, man.
I'm
I'm saying
Like-
hypothetically, say you get invited to Caitlyn's funeral, like it's a celebration, you know.
I mean, if that was my people's to that extent, yes, I will go to that person's funeral. But if that's not my people's like that, why the hell would I show up? Like if
I don't know.
if that
I don't
if
know. I
if
do-
say that like all the people that do fuck around with Caitlyn now, like as just like
Like
as
you
friends
said, like
and just
like sexually,
no, just as friends
Oh.
and shit like that.
not sexually.
No, not sexually.
oh.
But you're gonna have those people that shit.
Yeah,
they
yeah,
gonna just show up and be in the back
Oh,
all quiet.
who are you? How do you know? Oh,
Gonna be-
I know him and her very well.
So when Bruce has his funeral, it's gonna be just a whole bunch of dudes in the back. In the back.
Dude, this funeral
reminds me
is
of-
good. I asked because I kind of want to go to this funeral because it's gonna be
Of
out
who's
of
gonna
control.
show up?
It's gonna be out of control. This funeral might need a show in itself, you know, like
It's gonna
maybe
be
like
wild.
a 10-episode series.
And they might actually turn it into one. They'll probably do it like when the like
Keeping up with
why
Caitlyn?
he- Yeah, the what day he died.
Before and after?
Yeah.
Wow, dude. Maybe I should just.
Before it'll actually be like a 4 or 5 part series because it'd be like before Bruce, after Bruce, the transition from Bruce to Caitlyn,
the death of Bruce. I like the death of Bruce and the resurgence of Caitlyn. I like that.
Hey,
I like that.
That's the name of the pod.
Yeah, the death of Bruce. I like that. I like that. It's got a nice ring to it, you know. Dude, but I'm just saying that this funeral is fucking crazy, you know. And but I don't know. You said something, and then it was like, you said why would I go? And to me, I'm thinking like, I'm thinking this funeral is gonna be massive as it is. And if I was any of those people with that last name, I would kind of wonder who half, if not 90% of these people are in the first place. You know, so like if I see Ron in the crowd, I'm like, oh, he's just another one of the like. But then it's just like I don't know why any of these people are here anyway. So yeah, like who is Ron? Why is he here? But also like who are
the rest of these motherfuckers?
Yeah, any of these motherfuckers. So
and that's the crazy part. Like, kind of reminds me of that movie, Death at a Funeral.
Wow, I don't think I've ever seen that.
With Chris Rock, Martin Lawrence.
Jesus, yeah, it's probably out of control.
Oh my god,
just those two alone.
Hey,
I didn't even know that they were in a movie together.
Yeah, I think it came out. Shit, it's been out for a while, actually.
Yeah, ain't that crazy?
Actually,
like people,
it has fucking old boy that keep on getting in them damn accidents. What's his name?
Adam Sandler?
Nah, the black dude. Shit, he plays in
Oh, the dude from Vipers?
Not that dude. You know, I always get to go back to Viper dude now for him.
Yeah, I don't even know his name, man. But yeah, I mean, he doesn't deserve a name. What?
It came out in 2010. His name is. Let me go to cast.
Chris Rock and Martin Lawrence.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck, man, I'm drawing a blank.
Tracy Morgan.
Oh.
Danny Glover.
What did he have a surgery? Tracy Morgan?
Zoe Zeldana. There's that Peter Dinklage, that short dude. There's a lot of people in here. Kevin Hart's in this movie.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm good with faces, but not names. What's this movie called? Death at a Funeral? Dude, whenever I see Luke Wilson, I just think of that rehab story I told you. Like how I was working at this rehab place and this fucking, Peter, okay, the midget, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So they were, they had the funeral and then Pop's dead and shit like that. And so, you know how people show up and stuff like that. So, out of all of it, they were wondering. They're like, "Who the fuck is this dude?" He comes out of nowhere. The Peter dude. He comes out of nowhere and it's like, "Well, for my pain and suffering or something like that, give me a certain amount of money." They're like, "What the fuck is you?" And then he starts showing pictures of him and his dad together.
Oh shit!
So that's why I was
probably like tied up and like chains
so
and
that's
shit.
why I was like, that just reminds me of this because it's
probably like on a sex swing or something.
Soon as you die, all your fucking skeletons come to life, motherfucker. It's like
Ain't that crazy? That's some wild shit, man.
You be having like
makes
you
you a little nervous, huh?
You'd be like, who the fuck is that in the back? Like, God, like, because I think it was even on it was this movie or another one, but dude had died, and then everybody was like, damn, why all these fine ass young women up in here for? And they were for the old dude that died. I think it was that movie too. Yeah, they were fine as hell. They were like, damn, he had it like that.
Dude, yeah, man. Dude, Chris Rock, Martin Lawrence. Martin was that show, man. Martin was a great show.
You didn't watch Life, didn't you?
Yeah. I was telling you, because I actually had seen it, but I just didn't know that that's the movie that it was. Because I think I literally seen it up until literally the last scene, like the end. Because I don't remember ever seeing the last scene. But any other thing yeah.
Oh man, that movie's so fucking funny. Yeah. Especially I honestly I didn't realize all that, like all of the cast, like all of that,
That's a-
everybody that was in that movie are like ended up being like big stars. From from Bernie Mac to
Burning Man? Would you
well-
go to Burning Man?
what's his what was the one gay dude name in that
In that movie? Gay dude.
when he was like, man, I got my papers. He was like, but I'm scared to go home. I want my mama to see me like this. What is his name?
Yeah, I'm drawing a blank.
He's a comedian.
That is a crazy cast, man. Morgan Freeman, fucking Murphy, Lawrence.
Oh yeah, it's a lot. Let's see.
See, that's kind of what I was
See,
saying.
like Eddie Murphy, Martin Lawrence, Bernie Mac, Bokeem Woodbine.
That's that dude's name, the gay dude.
No, that's the dude that was the slow dude. Can't Get Right.
Oh my god.
That was Can't Get Right.
Okay, yeah.
That was Can't Get Right.
Yeah,
And then Michael Nunez.
Can't get right.
Michael Nunez was Biscuit. Was the one that was like, oh no, my mama to see me like
Yeah.
this. And let's see.
I love how the gay dude's name is Biscuit.
Mm-hmm.
I completely forgot about that.
See, look, that dude. What is his name? Guy Torry. He been in a lot of things. Michael Teleferro. He been in a lot. Anthony Anderson was in that movie. Barry Shakaba, Brent Jennings. Like all these people are like top. Like
I don't
big
know.
names now. Clarence Williams. He was a huge name.
Yeah, I don't know what his real name's Clarence. I don't know what
Clarence living home with both parents.
I don't know what it reminded me, but I was watching something yesterday too, and it was saying you remember The Longest Yard?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, because Joey Diaz. So I was watching this thing with Joey Diaz, and when they filmed that, bro, there was like it was like at an actual prison, and there was like a huge, like a fucking huge brawl that happened.
I didn't know about the brawl,
and it was like, I guess the place was like filled with like blood, and so much that like if you turned the faucet on, like blood would come out.
Damn.
So
it
and he's
wasn't
like
e-
while we were filming, and I was like, holy shit.
Damn. That's crazy as hell.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but yeah, shout out to The Longest Yard, man. That was a good movie
That
too.
was. Why can't I be quarterback?
Why can't I be quarterback, huh? That dude was in. I think that dude was on the. I think he was interviewed for Tiger Belly.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I think he's a fucking comedian.
Yeah, like all of those
Yeah.
people are fucking comedians.
Dude, I don't know if I got that in me.
What, to go on stage?
Yeah, just go up, do stand up, and just, cause basically, man, just having a fucking conversation like with yourself and shit. You know, like I don't know.
I feel like it's more of like I feel like it's telling a story though. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because,
I don't
like,
think I'm probably not a good
if you
storyteller.
can't really like tell the story
And, like,
then,
deliver
it,
yeah.
like people don't get the joke. So sometimes like I'll say a joke or whatever, and I don't deliver it correctly. Don't look at me like what the fuck, and then like I was explaining it better. Then they're like, oh shit, that's funny as fuck. But it's like, man, damn, if I would have delivered it the right way the first time, like maybe I'd have got a better response.
Right.
So that's what they were talking about in.
That's just so much pressure, bro.
They were talking about that in Tiger Belly, actually.
Just
with
like
that, with that
la-
girl.
the layout
I
and-
think it was number 268. I think it was. But yeah, they were just talking about that because she was like, man, I went up to. She said she was somewhere. It bombed like the whole. She was like, I bombed the whole damn weekend. She was like, shit. She was like, I was drunk for half, like the whole goddamn time or some shit like that.
But then I was watching, I think the same podcast, and then some dude was on there, and he was like, "Yeah, man, I was so fucked up," and you were expecting them to be like, "Oh, it was the worst show ever," but it ended up being like one of his best shows ever,
yeah.
I guess. Yeah.
And like, and honestly, that does. I feel like the way that they get on the stage depends too. I
Dude,
feel like when
some
you
of those are like they're sober and shit too, you know, which is kind of crazy to believe. I feel like as
kind of
a
reminds me
non-comedian.
of that Jordan Peele was talking about how like you get high to make the material, but to deliver it, to perfect it, then you be sober. In which I mean, I can kind of see that though, to where
Yeah.
like you can get to a point to where you can still be like, you can be so high or something to where like you can not remember like where you were going with something or your what is it, thought process and shit like that. So it kind of throws it off. So at least, you know, when you are a little sober, you can have that thought process, and then like your drugs can be delivered like you want them to and stuff like that.
Dude, that's what I just it doesn't really relate, I guess, but just that's why I love just like writing shit down and just I feel like I have like notepads and shit like everywhere, you know, because
pens and paper,
yeah, you got like your phones and shit that can do all that, but I just like writing shit down and just having the ability to
It's
like
easier to see it.
like even if I'm driving and shit, you know, which is probably why the semi hit me yesterday. So because I was writing a note. I wasn't, but I was just...
Geico, you didn't hear that.
Yeah, shout out USAA, man. Hopefully we handle this shit, you know what I'm saying?
So what they talking about? Like,
hey, man, they're saying it's my fault.
Damn, B.
Yeah.
Damn, B.
I guess that makes sense. You know, you're in the right lane and somebody just decides to just come over to yours, you know. I guess that makes sense.
But the lane wasn't even merging yet.
I didn't even say anything about the merging lane. All I told them was I was in the right lane. They were in the other lane, came over to my lane. Simple as that. To keep it to avoid any confusion. You know what I'm saying?
And then they just said it's your fault. Okay. Yeah, that's stupid.
But see, that's kind of what I'm saying. That's why to me, like when shit like that happens, I don't to even think to call the cops. Like to me, you know that stupid shit like this is gonna happen, so why even bother? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that is true. And at the end of the day, they're even when you go to do the claim, like you're doing, they're still gonna make it some way somehow. That
Anyway,
it's your fault
to
not have to pay. But it's like how much money do I have to pay into your fucking insurance company just to be told that, oh, you can't fix this because of this or this? Like why do we even fucking have insurance?
Exactly.
It makes it pointless.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's why it's just like, oh, I'll drive it. We'll figure this thing out gradually. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day.
Then it's like they make us have insurance. Like you're like, oh, you have to have insurance.
Well, the unfortunate thing is, like, since I'm leasing and stuff too, you know, that kind of creates a hurdle, you know. But I mean, I still got like the whole other year, you know. So realistically, I could do that how it is for another year and save up until I have to fix it and make it look like it's. Squeaky clean, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I can feel that.
Smell what I'm stepping in?
Yeah, I definitely feel that. Got some smarts.
Yeah, but I mean, that's just, I just, because everybody thinks there's like certain actions you got to take to do this and that and do this and that, and it's just like, yo, you know, because
I report. That's the main thing.
Right, and after I did that, they were like, oh, well, did you call the cops? And it's like. And now I'm just thinking, okay, well, so you wanted me to call the cops. I
wasn't able to because he kept driving.
Yeah. And the fact that you wanted me to call the cops to make it look better, but then you're still going to say it's my fault. So what does it even matter? You know? Yeah, to me, that just doesn't make sense.
And that's my thing. Like, why are we... I've always thought that.
Why are we here?
I don't know, man. Why were we paying into this fucking insurance? Like, if regardless of what it is, it could be house insurance or whatever. You know, people houses burn down all the time and shit like that, and they still got to come out of pocket with different shit because of it wasn't an electrical problem, or it was caused by somebody stepping on
somebody was
a
infertile.
cigarette. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like.
What?
I paid insurance for a fucking reason.
Right.
It shouldn't have. I feel like with this insurance shit, there shouldn't be any stipulations. Like if I done paid, and I bet this has happened. People would pay fucking insurance for 30 years and never have anything go wrong, and then soon something.
Been a great customer.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden,
30 years.
Then you're gonna,
30 years of business.
Then you're gonna be like, oh well, we can't do this, and then you got to pay such amount of deductible. Like, what the fuck am I paying you this money for? For what? What is it gonna do? I could have saved that money every month.
Which that's kind of what I think about too, because my whole family has like this insurance. You know what I'm saying? There's no other reason. Like USAA is like military based. Like, so why would I have it? You know?
Yeah.
And then it's just like, so.
Yeah, that's
But
I've always just thought about that, like with the house insurance, just any insurances, just in general.
Yeah.
There's all these things that you're paying into, and then in a sense they're not helping you out when you actually need it. You know, I can see if it was like a habitual offender or something like that, if where you're continuously.
He's a
doing this
habitual line stepper.
shit. Yeah, habitual line stepper. But it's like, okay, if you're a habitual and you continue to do that and stuff like that, I would understand. You know, having certain things where you can't do. You know what I mean? Like, okay, well, we can't do that at this point. Like, this
Right,
is
just based off
whatever.
of all the previous.
Now, in another hand, if like you've never had it in 10 years and 12 years or whatever, and then something happens, like, why do I have to now still pay out of pocket to get my car fixed? Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's stupid as hell. Like, I gotta pay $1,000 deductible because you're only gonna pay 80%. Pay the 100%, motherfucker. That's
Right.
the whole point.
I mean that's.
So that's why
I don't really understand the whole concept. You know?
But that's why for myself, I get fucking the bottom of the bottom for myself because I know how I drive and all this other shit. Now, you know what I mean? Like, if people hit me and all that good shit, like I'll still be straight. It's just that, you know, I'm paying the cheaper part with the older car. One thing I do like about older cars also, they also are built better. So that shit like that does happen, but it's not gonna happen to where it's like it just opened it up like a can opener.
Yeah.
Probably was just, you know, hit it a little bit and been like, and be like, damn, okay, well, shit, my car's still good. I'm still rolling.
I mean, I guess that's, but like, yeah, I have that car, but your car is how I picture my car. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Just
I can see that.
That's your car is what I see when I see my car.
I feel that,
But that's not how other people
you
think.
you utilize it for what it is.
Yeah,
For
it's nothing more than a fucking car. You know.
It's material, like, and I fucks with that, and that's one reason why I like older cars too, because, like, you know, it's something to where it's like they have character. I think I even said something to you about like the character of like older houses, like instead of getting like all these cookie cut new houses and shit. It's just like, so there's so much character that comes from having like an old Victorian and shit like that.
Well, there's like it's just like a vibe, you know, like like here it's just like fucks out here. You know
it's like you don't hear nothing just completely quiet.
But some people like that
it's
shit.
Damn near,
you know?
it's damn near so quiet to where like you can go fucking crazy.
Yeah,
You
dude.
know?
The older I get, I used to be like, man, I don't really want like a house out in the country or something. But I feel like I'm kind of getting to that point, you know.
Honestly, like, I forgot who I was having this conversation with, but I'm like in the middle. Like, I will want to be close enough to where like I can be, you know, easily accessed to like the city, but then still far enough away to where like I can see the stars, or I can still have my own land and property.
Right.
I can still, you know, roam like I want. Cause like even if you go to past 51st right here, you still you go into kind of what I'm talking about with like farmland and shit like
Dune
that.
buggies and shit.
To where you like it's cool as hell. Then you go, if you want to go to Levine, you just go on over and you're right there. Whereas, I mean, the 202's right there, so it makes it easier to now to get to the 10. So then that makes it a little bit easier. So now it's like, okay, well, if I go to 50 or 67th or something like that in baseline or whatever, when I got a house and I got land and all that shit, like at that point, like for what I have, it's worth it. And then it's like at that time, like I'm not thinking necessarily of all the commute shit at that point. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, it's like, okay, yeah, I go to work in the city, but then I'm gonna be in my solitude and my oasis when I get to the crib. Like, yeah, I gotta drive 30 minutes, but I gotta drive 30 minutes everywhere anyways.
Like my thinking is like coming to a neighborhood like this, like, yeah, it'd be cool to get a house and shit over here, but then it's like I feel like I'm just like loud. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe since the Rona, there's just not like as many like people and shit coming around, but I feel like normally there'd be like a lot of people in and out. You
Moving
know, like a
around,
lot of conversation, lot of music
so,
and
too.
shit. You know, and then I'm thinking like, man, I want some like 4-wheelers. You know, and it's just like a neighborhood like this wouldn't really be too welcoming for me. You know, and then it's just like I don't really want to deal with these fucking assholes anyway.
Yeah, yours, like for something like that, you would definitely be going up towards like Anthem and Carefree and shit like that, to where you got enough land and it's enough just space to where you can go ride like.
But then it's like kind of farther out, you know.
Well, I mean, you still have.
And then I'm like maybe I just want to be reckless in the city, you know, ride my 4-wheeler around the city and shit, you know.
Honestly, that's fun too.
You know.
So I think the best bet would be let's see. If you think in Phoenix, then
I don't want to be in Phoenix, though. That's the thing.
Well,
I want to get a house out here, but I don't. I think I decided that I just don't want to be. I don't want to be here. You know. I don't think. I don't. For forever is not really.
Oh, I'm not. Yeah, I'm just saying for living here now. I think the best area probably would be like.
I think I should have
like
just
Tolleson.
I should have just left like yesterday. You know.
Like Tolleson. I think like that kind of like Tolleson, and it's not as far out as Goodyear and Buckeye.
Right.
You know what I mean? But it's still close enough to where like you're right there by the 10. You can still hop on, and then you're still out there enough to where you can still have like your 4-wheeler and shit like that. And then you're like, shit, hey, I want to go.
I think for now I would buy one like probably here's the farthest out I would go, and then like Scottsdale's like the farthest like east. But bro, say like 5-10 years. Then getting one in
further out.
Yeah, because those areas gonna be popping.
Oh, they're gonna be booming.
Yeah,
and they're already like.
It's our. I mean
this
even getting
area
a house
tells you.
is already just off the chain, you know. So
yeah, even this area shows you like how big of a boom it is. 'Cause I think they're building some more like a community right there on 43rd, I believe. Unless it's just like business areas that they're trying to pop up, but it looks like it's gonna be like more communities. Because, I mean, you still got 200 people moving here a day regardless of a fucking virus.
Rona or not, dog.
Everybody like, shit, we want to go out there to that good weather, go golfing.
Man, dude. I didn't think this shit was going to last this long.
Well, we can go back and listen to some old podcasts of what I said, right?
What'd you say?
About how
about
this is going to be...
the trannies?
No, about how, like, this is going to be, like... We're gonna go. United States is gonna deal with this for the longest because of the fact where like we're not abiding by some of the same rules and protocols of other countries. So like,
that's what you said?
Yeah.
Damn,
Italy,
man, where was I?
You were right here talking. Italy, cause like Italy, China, all them like that happened. They went on lockdown for like 2 months, 3 months at the max. You know what I mean? And then like for us, all they said was like, "Oh, you social distance and wear a mask." And then now they're like, "Oh, well, we're on our 4th wave of new coronavirus cases." Like,
well, I mean, even just when I went home for the summer and shit, not for the summer, but for those few days in the summer, and then night and day difference compared to from out here to there. It's like what's the Rona? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But out here, it's like it was a lot more.
But now it's reversed.
Yeah. So
now they're like, "Oh, out here." Well, I guess they're trying a little bit more. So that it doesn't like have more outbreaks.
Yeah.
But then it's like, like there, it's even more now. Like there's more cases in like Michigan and Ohio and shit like that. Even in Indiana and Chicago. Well, I won't even say Chicago, Illinois. That's the state. Most people don't even know that.
Yeah. I where do you think people think Chicago is?
That's the state.
The Chicago's a state.
Yeah.
I mean, it's what's the 3rd or 4th largest city in the country, and people don't even realize that. I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think. Oh, Phoenix
I don't think
5th.
Yeah,
5th or 6th?
I think so, but I don't think people realize how big Chicago is.
Yeah, it's massive.
But I'm thinking, I'm like, why the fuck Chicago?
It's massive. Chicago's
I understand like the New York and the LA. But fucking Chicago, man.
Well, I mean, I feel.
Defend your state, man.
My city. Chicago actually became a city based off of like the Lake Michigan, and because I think there's streams or a river that connects Lake Michigan to Lake. What's that river called?
Tahoe.
No, not Tahoe. There's a river that is in between the United States and Canada, to where like you can.
Now.
Hmm?
I'm just fucking.
I thought you said now.
Oh,
And
no.
then until I like processed it in my head, like this nigga said not the Nile River. I think it's like the Hudson or something like that.
That sounds
Something-
right.
or-
Maybe the
or-
Hoover Dam or something.
Or
It sounds
something
right.
real like that. But it's like they were able to put stuff from ships and stuff like that to get things to Chicago back in those days. So that's how Chicago came about. And then that's one of the things where it's like Chicago was one of the biggest areas and ports for trade and shit like that too. So that's one of the things. Same with New Orleans. It became because it was basically big on like not the slave trade and also the selling of like wool and moccasins and all that other shit.
I kind of want to live in New Orleans, man.
It'd be dope.
Just grimy. You know what I'm saying?
It'd be dope.
Just in the sticks.
That's where my granny actually has land 40 minutes north of New Orleans. That's that land I'm always talking about. I want to get.
But then they got the hurricane the hurricanes and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually almost won the geography B in 8th grade.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
I think I did win that motherfucker.
Yeah.
I remember all that shit, bro. Like,
I won the 4th grade spelling bee.
man, I was cracking up because that's what I was about to ask you when we were talking about Chicago.
Yeah, they're just
was about
because
to
we were
ask
talking about the
you-
river and shit. It just started making me think about geography
Yeah,
and
like
shit.
Mississippi River and shit like that.
Yeah.
But it's like, what's the capital of Nevada?
Is it Carson City?
Yeah, it's Carson City, but most people would be like
Vegas.
Vegas.
Yeah. Is Chicago the capital of Illinois?
No, Springfield.
Yeah, I was gonna say. And then there's a whole. I got out on a fucking question about like it was about like Moscow or something, and I answered it wrong because I didn't want to win. Kind of stupid, I guess. Ron just left me again, so now I'm just hearing my thoughts. You know, just think about life. Oh, right now? Yeah. Did you hear me though? I answered the question wrong and I knew it because one of the questions was Moscow. I can't remember what the question was, but the answer was Moscow, and I knew it was Moscow.
So why would you answer wrong?
I just didn't want to win.
Oh. Do you want to win, Billy?
Yeah.
All right.
Or actually, I was 7th grade.
I'm gonna get this one wrong on purpose. Like me and two of my other homeboys, we should just have contests at every fucking thing. Like it was
That shit's interesting though, you know.
like math, geography to everything. Like,
Yeah.
Who got the most fucking knowledge in a sense, like.
Yeah, just like knowing like random ass shit, because especially when like conversations come up and it's like say they're talking about like the fucking 13 colonies or something. Somebody says something stupid, and you can just fucking like, and you can just like invalidate whatever the fuck they just said. You know, I feel like that shit's kind of cool, because then their point has like no meaning. Because it's huh?
No, I was
Something happened?
about something.
Somebody run up Walmart? Fuck, man. We are fucked.
I'm about to say when we get there.
What happened, man? You want to tell the people?
Well, shit, I was just trying.
Oh, now everybody's curious, man. So I guess you just got to tell them.
No, I was just trying to see my damn work schedule.
Were you supposed to work today?
No.
Oh, shit, man. Shit, man.
No, I'm supposed to work today. I was just trying to see that it's supposed to there because somebody was just putting out that they wanted to Thursday, Friday, or Saturday for me.
Oh, they're trying to get somebody covered.
Mm-hmm.
I feel, man. Well, you want to take a break or be done, or follow your heart, kid.
We can take a break.
Yeah. Wrap it up.
Take a little quick hiatus. Get the body going nice.
Get
some movement around. And shit like that.
Get some calisthenics, man.
Hell yeah.
Get some yoga flow, namaste. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah. Woosah, motherfucker.
Yeah, woosah.
Little bitch.
Woosah.